Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of David Vlogs, and today we're in a very special place, Hanina Gem in Nairobi. This is the current Blixen light at the foot of Gong Hills. So I'm here with a friend who is a tour guide here. Maybe you introduce yourself and tell us more about current Blixen.
Okay, so hi, my name is Alice. I'm a guide in Karen Blixen Museum. Karen Blixen was the first house museum in Kenya, and this house keeps the heritage of Karen town. I know most people don't know about this place. It's the heritage of Karen town. So as you proceed, you learn more about Karen Blixen.
Okay, so maybe just to be curious, when did Karen arrive in Kenya?
Uh, she came to Kenya in 1914. It was 13th January 1914, and she came here with her dog, her Scottish Deerhound Dusk.
Okay.
So they were escaping the World War in Germany. Their families advised them to move to British East Africa. That was before Kenya was divided. So they came here. She came here with her husband, Baron Breuer Blixen, and they had to start a business. They were told to start cattle farming.
So that is
14.
1914. So a brief history of I've read about this place. I had something to do with coffee, baron, writing books. Yeah, maybe you take us through just brief, maybe from when she came, when she left, and how the place has been.
Okay, I'd prefer I start with Karen's history in large. So Karen Dinesen was born in Umstedland, Denmark on 17th April 1885. She was the second born to Wilhelm and Ingeborg Dinesen in a family of 5 children. So Karen studied arts and literature. She was good in doing paintings and writing books. So at the age of 28, that's when her Swedish half cousin by the name Baron Breuer Blixen proposed to her. That was in 1913, and that time the rumors of the First World War had started in Germany. So their families advised them to move to a safer country that was now British East Africa. So Karen's husband, Baron, was the first person to come here. He settled in Naivasha. Yeah, and it was a 700-acre farm, and he started cattle farming. So coincidentally, his neighbor Lord Delamere decided to trick him and told him that cattle farming will not give him millions, but coffee farming will. So he sold his cattle farm and he bought a 4,500-acre farm that coffee had already been planted in it. That was on the other side of the road. So Karen followed him the following year. He said 13th January 1914. She came here with all her belongings, and she had to agree to do coffee farming. So first of all, they stayed in a rental house. It was called Mbagathi House from 1914 to 1917. In 1917 is when they purchased another acre, a 1,500 acre that came with a fully furnished house. So this was the house. The house was built by a Swedish engineer, Ek Jogre, from 1911 to 1912. Karen named this house Bogani House, a house in the forest. It's a Maasai word meaning a house in the forest. So initially now they had a 6,000-acre farm. That's now the current town. So the 6,000-acre farm, she divided it into four: 600 for coffee farm, 1,000 for the local people, 2,000 for the grass, and 2,400 for the trees. So she stayed here with the people very well. She found the Kikuyu people and the Maasai people living in the farm. She was able to build a school for the 200 families. Communicating with them was not easy, but she did her best. She administered first aid to the locals, and she also treated the people in a nice manner, like one of her kind. So she stayed here with her husband Baron until 1918, when her husband lost interest in coffee farming and he left, leaving Karen here alone to take care of the farm. So previously, Baron had also given Karen syphilis. He was not that of a good husband. So in 1915, she was given syphilis. She had to go back home for treatment. The treatment was arsenic acid and mercury that destroyed her womb, and also she could not get children, and her hair started falling off. So the treatment altered with her health later on. So she wanted a divorce with the husband. When the husband came back from the hunting safaris, she asked for a divorce and he moved out of the house in 1921. So she found love again in Dennis Fincherton. They met in a club. The club was called Mudaiga Country Club. The club was owned by her best friend, Buckley Cole. So Buckley Cole is the one who introduced Karen to Dennis Finch-Hatton in the club. So they became good friends and then they became good lovers. So from time to time, they used to go out on hunting safaris. Dennis was the one who taught Karen to hunt. Yeah. And they used to spend most of the time in Gong Hills. Dennis was a businessman, a pilot, and a hunter. So from time to time, they started facing challenges in the farm. Like, this is not a good place to grow coffee. It's a high altitude. It's 6,000 feet, and the soil is too acidic to grow coffee. And then she had a coffee factory that accidentally burnt down immediately after it was completed. So her family, that's when her family stopped funding her. The main source of support was her family. So they stopped funding her and she started to sell parts of the 6,000 acres and decided that she wants to go back home in Denmark. So in 1931 is when she made the final decision. She decided to relocate. She ended up selling her furniture, most of the things in the house. Some of them she gave them to her friend, Lady Macmillan, who was starting a library, the Macmillan Library. And she planned to go to Denmark with her lover, Dennis Finch-Hatton. So accidentally, her lover died in a plane crash. He was a pilot. He died at Voi when coming back to Nairobi, and that was really sad to Karen. And she went back home alone on 31st August 1931. So in Denmark, she never gave up literature. She went there, continued writing books. She had started writing the Out of Africa here in the house, parts of her biography life in Africa. So she went back to Denmark to publish them. The first book was Seven Gothic Tales that was published in 1934, and the second book was Out of Africa that was published in 1937. And she used pseudonyms or pen names like Isaac Dinesen, Pierre Andrizel, or Tanya Blixen, because that time females were not recognized as authors. So she continued that way. She was able to go to New York to advertise her literature work in 1959 at the age of 74. And later on, when she went back home, she started suffering from malnutrition or lack of appetite. So that's when she succumbed to malnutrition. She was 77 years. It was 9th September 1962. She succumbed to the malnutrition. So that's Karen's history.
That's Karen's history. So she died in
62.
1962. And you told me there's a book that was written by her parents. The only book that is in her name.
In her name. So the book was written by her. She wrote it in French. Le Dîner de Babette or Babette's Feast. It's also a famous movie, The Babette's Feast. So her family is the one who published that book. That was in 1963, after the year she died.
And also, as we were moving around, you showed me a school. How did that school come up to be at this place, and how did Karen Blixen become a museum?
Yeah. So when Karen sold this house when she left, she took the house. She gave out the house to a real estate agency, Richardson and Martin. They took the 6,000 acres, divided it into a housing estate. So that's why Karen there are so many luxurious houses. And then this house remained rented by a couple of people, like the British Army. The Danish government took the house. They stayed here for a couple of time until 1963, when Kenya attained independence. So when Kenya attained independence, it was given back to the Kenyan government as a gift, and a grant was given to the government to start a school. So the school is now the Kenya Medical Training College, the current campus. It's on the other side of the house. And the school was opened in 1966. So it was started to continue with Karen's Foundation for Women. She had a foundation to help young women, to educate young women and inspire young women. So it was first started as Domestic Science College for Women. So now it was turned to Kenya Medical Training College. So when it was opened in 1966, the matron and the principal of the school stayed in this house until the early 1980s during the filming of Out of Africa. So they used to stay here when they were watching the filming of Out of Africa being filmed. Most of the furniture were brought back for the filming of Out of Africa. The ones Karen sold, the ones she gave to her friends, were being brought back for the filming of Out of Africa. So when the film was released in 1985, it became very popular, and the urge rise of the house to become a museum. So it was opened in 1985 as the first house museum in Kenya, and it marked 100 years of Karen's recognition from birth.
Yeah, that's nice. Very elaborate, and we got and known exactly what is in Karen Blixen.
That was a detailed background about Kalen Brixen. So at this point now, you have the idea of where we are and what's coming ahead. So we're going to get into a segment where we're going to showcase and show you what is in Karen Blixen. But remember, filming is not around inside the house. So we'll take you through around the compound, and guys, kindly sit back and watch the video till the end. It's a very amazing video. I hope you enjoy.
The house was built by a Swedish engineer,
Okay.
Jogren, from 1911 to 1912 with the best materials he could find and in his own design.
Okay.
Yeah. So this was not the first house Karen stayed in. When she came to Kenya, she stayed in a rental house.
Okay.
That was in 1914 when she came to Kenya. She stayed in a rental house together with her husband, Baron Breuer Blixen.
Baron Breuer Blixen.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they were escaping the World War in Germany. Their families advised them to move to British East Africa. That was before Kenya was divided.
Okay.
So first of all, they had to do cattle farming, but their neighbor, Lord Delamere, you know, from Delamere.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Delamere tricked them and told them that cattle farming will not give them millions, but
Yes.
coffee farming will.
Okay.
So they ended up selling their cattle farm to him, and they bought a 4,500 acre farm, which was on the other side of the road. 4,500 acre.
The other road Bogani side.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So this was their second house. The first house was called Mbagathi House. We can go down there.
Oh, this machine is okay.
So their first house was Mbagathi House
Yeah.
up there,
Yeah.
Pale Defense Forces.
Uh-huh.
And then they came here in 1917 when they purchased this other acre,
Okay.
a 1,500 acre that came with a fully furnished house. So this house, I said, it was built by that Swedish engineer.
Yeah.
Karen named this house Bogani House,
Uh-huh.
meaning a house in the forest.
Oh,
And when
Bogani
she-
house in the forest.
Yeah.
Ah,
And then when she came here, she found other people staying here,
Okay.
Kikuyu people and Maasai people.
okay.
So in total, she had a 6,000 acre.
Okay.
She divided the acre into four.
Okay.
600 for the coffee farm, 1,000 for the local people,
Yeah.
Kikuyu people, Maasai people, 2,000 for the grass,
Okay.
and 2,400 for the trees.
Okay.
So these were farrow plows. So the farrow plows were used to cultivate in the farm,
Okay.
and they were used by the ox, or the ones pulling the plows in the farm.
Okay.
This one was manually. The other one you could sit up there.
Oh, the other one that has a seat there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's some 2 ox wagons.
Okay.
The ox wagons were used as means of transportation.
Oh, these ones.
Yeah.
Hello, habari yenu?
So
So-
that time for you to reach Nairobi it took 6 hours because the ox were the ones pulling this.
Oh, these things.
Yeah,
Okay.
for you to reach Nairobi. And then this wagon was loaded up with 15 bags of coffee. That's up to 1 ton of coffee.
Okay.
It's taken to the train station in Nairobi.
Oh, the railway station.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then by train it's taken to Mombasa. It took 4 days.
Hey.
Yeah. And then by ship it's taken to London and parts of Europe. That is where it was roasted and manufactured.
Okay.
So here it was only dried. Roasting was done there and it was sold there. And that distance took 6 months for you to reach
Europe
London,
from Mombasa.
from Mombasa.
Wow.
So at times those beans would reach there when it is molded, when it has gone bad.
Oh, it has gone bad. Were there anything else, or just this is the one that
Just
was?
this, no
There's no
ties,
rubber.
No rubber.
Eish. And this is the original one, the one that she used.
Yes.
This is an artifact. Would you know what kind of wood is this?
It's not mahogany.
Huh?
It looks like the Naka eucalyptus.
It looks like eucalyptus, huh? Ah. This is nice. And the other one?
That's still an off wagon. You have the tractor back there.
This looks different. Ama is the same.
This one imeharibika.
Oh, ni vile iko dilapidated sana. Oh. Na iko na miguu za mbao. Oh, there is a ring ya chuma juu.
So this was a 1922 Fordson tractor model F. The tractor was used to navigate in the farm, the 600-acre coffee farm, and the wheels were made out of steel to level the soil in the farm. And it was powered using diesel.
This
It
is
was a popular machine that,
1922.
Ford, from the Ford
Okay.
Fordson tractor. You can look at
For that time it was Fordson,
Fordson.
not Ford. It is Fordson. Okay. So a brief history of the tractor.
So this tractor was from Europe. She was the family is the one who brought it to her, shipped it to her. It was used to navigate the 600-acre coffee farm on the other side, and the wheels, they did not have tires to level the soil in the farm. And then it was powered using diesel. So you could start it from here.
Oh, yeah. I know. The way they usually. Okay. Are we allowed to record inside?
No.
Why?
It's keeping the heritage of the museum.
What about photos?
No even photos. Yeah. Not even
Serious?
touching. Yeah.
So tutaingia lakini? Oh, but we will not take photos.
Then Karen's farm went up to Ngong Hills back there.
Yeah, I read that story. There was a view of Ngong Hills ukiwa hapa.
Ndio ile huko.
What? Oh, really? Yeah.
So in the book Out of Africa, it starts, I had a farm in Africa at the foot of Ngong Hills.
Yes.
So this was the farm.
So that's the view of
She wrote the
Ngong
book
Hills.
Out of Africa when she was staying in this house. She went to publish it when she went back home in Denmark.
But not in her name.
Not in her name, in her pen name, Isak Dinesen.
Yeah, I heard that.
You can use the front of the house. We start here. Then this is a photo of Karen. It was taken in 1959 when she was 74 years. Here is when she went to advertise her literature work in New York.
Okay.
The photo was taken by a royal photographer, Cecile Beaton.
Cecile Beaton.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Then Karen was a good...
This is an original photo.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Then this is a painting done by Karen of a young Kikuyu girl. She's called Njeri. Njeri was the most beautiful girl in the farm. And Njeri was
in her farm?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Njeri was married to a Maasai man. So her family demanded for a higher dowry. So she was given 250 goats and a pot full of honey.
Ah.
The painting was done by Karen during her wedding.
Wow. Okay.
This was the front of the house, the first
So this
floor.
is the porch,
Yes,
like the
front
main
porch.
entrance.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is another photo of Karen. It was taken in 1919. Here she was 34 years. She's with her Scottish Deerhound, Dusk. Dusk was given to her by her husband Baron as a wedding gift.
The dog.
The dog. And the dog had two puppies, two sons,
Was
Don and Panya.
Oh, she was a female, eh?
He.
Oh, he. Oh.
And then this is a rose.
Yeah.
She loved flowers. Every
Okay.
room in the house had fresh flowers.
Okay.
Then over here. Another painting done by Karen. This is a young Somali boy by the name Abdullahi. Abdullahi was the smartest boy in the farm, and he used to help Karen with calculations in the farm. So Karen took him to school to study law in Mombasa, and when he went back to Somaliland, he was amongst the first Somali judges.
Wow. And the name is? He was?
Abdullahi.
Abdullahi.
In the movie Out of Africa, the head servant is called Farah. Also in the book is Farah. So this is Farah's younger brother, Abdullahi. Karen had Somali servants.
So we are getting some reflection. Okay.
Then there is a map here covering the 6,000 acres Karen owned. It went up to the foot of Ngong Hills. So Finchaton's grave is here. The grave to her lover. She found love again. Then the lover was buried there. His grave is still there until now.
Until now?
Until now.
In Ngong Hills?
In Ngong Hills.
Wow.
And then the Ngong Forest.
Ngong Forest.
Bagadi River,
Yes.
2 kilometers away from here.
Okay.
And then Bagadi House, their first rental house. And then Bogani House, this house.
This now?
This now.
Okay.
And then Sodo House. Her brother came to assist her to construct the coffee factory that burnt down after completion. The factory was here. This was the house to her brother. The house is now Karen Blixen restaurant and cottages. The one down there.
You will see it?
Yeah, maybe if you're going there to have a meal. And then the road on the other side, the farm on the other side of the road, the school she built for the 200 families who are staying in the farm, and then dams built by Karen. The dams are still there. It is currently Waterfront Mall.
Ah, where Waterfront Mall is?
Yeah, where Waterfront Mall is.
Yeah, it's
And
actually
then,
very swampy, that place.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Then landing field for Dennis Finch-Hatton. The landing field is now Giraffe Center. So Karen's second lover, when she divorced with Baron, he had a plane. And he used to land his plane, it's either in Giraffe Center or Wilson Airport.
Okay.
He was the first person to have a plane in Africa, in Kenya.
In Kenya. I saw it in that movie Out of Africa, the yellow plane.
The aeroplane.
Yeah.
He named it Gypsmo.
Gypsmo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then there's Lugani Road there. There's the Ngong Road there.
Wow. That's very nice history. So, there are others.
Then back here, these paintings were donated here by Annette Brinch. They were from the museum in Denmark. So Karen's home in Denmark was also turned into a museum in 1991.
Okay.
And she was buried at the back of the house in Denmark. So these ones here were from that museum. They were donated here to motivate and inspire women to be like Karen. Karen was one of the women who changed the world. So that's why they were donated here as an inspiration to other women. Then here you can pick a pin with your age and you can put it on the map.
Pardon?
You pick a pin with your age and you put it on the map from where you're from. Okay.
For me, I'm here. 36. So I'm supposed to put a pin
Yeah.
from where I'm from. It's
Yes.
Kenya, obvious. So there's too many Kenyans. Maybe I'm not from that area. I'm from somewhere here. Wow. That's nice.
So a lot of our guests come from Europe.
You see, there's a lot of Europe guys here. We also have this is Colombia, even Bermuda, Canada, but mostly is
Europe.
and even our locals.
Yes.
Even our locals in Africa, Nigeria. This is Congo, but far to the left. This is Namibia. South Africans 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, Madagascar. So Australia bado hawajafika. This is Japan. This is
Yes.
Japan. And this is China. China are very many in Kenya. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we go to the house.
So hapo sasa ni no recording. Yeah.
So this tree was planted by Karen in 1917 when she came to this house. It's a wild date palm tree. She got it from the botanical garden in Durban, South Africa. So she planted this tree as one seedling. It later on sprouted into other 8 stems. So currently it's 108 years and its lifespan goes up to 150. So these ones were cut down. They were leaning towards the house.
Ah.
So if trees could talk, they could tell us more about Karen.
About Karen, yeah, sure they can, but they can't.
So the kitchen was on the other side, and the house was on this other side. It was separated to reduce the risk of fire and smoke.
Oh, the kitchen.
The kitchen.
Okay.
You can start with the house.
So that's the kitchen. And this is now the entrance to the house. They cooked.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was the kitchen where they used to cook. This was an iron cast Dover stove for ironing, cooking, and baking. It was kept on all the time because lighting it up was difficult.
Okay.
You can see the firewood.
Wow.
Then that is a photo of Kamante Gatura, the one who prepared that menu for the Prince of Wales, Edward VIII.
Wow.
So he was given all the kitchen utensils when Karen left.
Yes.
And he preserved them. He came back to return them during the filming of Out of Africa.
Okay.
That was in the early 1980s. He also helped out to arrange the house. Then that's a water filter, filtered water using coal. And then a glass butter churn to separate butter and oil.
Okay.
This is a ceramic sink and then a wooden sink for washing delicate utensils.
Okay.
Like crystals.
Okay.
These are some of the kitchen cutleries they used. Some spatulas, fork, bottle washer, sieve, knife sharpener, butter spreads, spices, weighing scale, a mortar and a pestle, a kettle, a whisk, a rolling pin, and then a boiler pot. These are some of the ceramic vases for cereals. And then she loved using the 2 wooden socks dryers to maintain the shape of her socks.
Socks.
She had woolen socks.
Oh, so she put them there.
Yeah.
Okay.
These were the grinders for meat and 2 coffee grinders.
Wow, that's a weighing scale.
Weighing scale.
Wow, that is legendary.
Then this was the meshed locker. It acted as a storage for food away from insects and bugs. At night, temperatures could get low. So if you store your food here or milk, it will remain fresh.
Why?
Because it was the cooler.
Yeah.
So here temperatures get low. It acts as a refrigerator.
Okay.
Then this was the only furniture she bought in Kenya. A mahogany dish dryer. So it's a big dish rack.
The only one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's constructed in 1966 together with the school. So when Karen sold this property, it was given to a real estate agency, Richardson and Martin.
Okay.
So they bought the 6,000 acres and divided it into a housing estate. So that's why you see luxurious houses in Karen. Yes.
Okay.
And then this house remained rented by the Danish government from 1931 to 1963, when it was given back to the Kenyan government as a gift.
Okay.
And a grant was given to the government to start a school. So the school is over there, the KMTC now.
The
So
KMTC.
it was started to continue with Karen's Foundation for Women. It was called Domestic Science College for Women.
For women.
Then the matron and the principal of the school stayed in this house from 1966 when the school was opened. This pathway was constructed to assist them to enter the house and the school,
On
to
the
access
school.
the house
Yeah,
and the school.
it's actually very well located there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they stayed here until the early 1980s, when the Danish government approached the National Museums of Kenya with the aim of developing this house to become a museum. Still, that's when the rumors of the Out of Africa started.
Okay.
So all the furniture were being brought back to the house for the filming of Out of Africa.
Okay.
And when the film was released in 1985, it became very popular, and they urged rise of this house to become a museum. So it was opened in 1985 as the first
1985.
house museum in Kenya.
Wow.
And it marked 100 years of current recognition from birth.
Okay.
So this is where she used to sit, administering the first aid. The two millstones are from Bombay, India.
Bombay. Okay.
They were good for grinding in the milling area for the cereals.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is where she used to sit in the morning, administering first aid, in the afternoon solving the farm disputes, and in the evening smoking a cigarette before she went to bed. That was her culture.
This place.
This place.
And this is our chef.
It's Kamante.
Chagamani.
Kamante had a pet bushback. He used to feed it, he used to show nursing. Let's say he was a good nurse to the bushback.
To the bushback.
Yeah. Then the two Italian cypress were planted here by the locals in 1931 to mark that Karen stayed here. The same year she left.
So this is one, and the other one?
It's back here.
Oh,
It's
this
in
is
green
really
and
old.
so, yeah.
This is really old.
So when she went back home in Denmark, she continued writing her books. She managed to write 9 books, and she was able to go to New York. The photo I showed you when she was in New York.
Yes.
Then there's a coffee drying machine down there.
Where?
You can go see. It's just 800 meters.
And what do you use this field for?
For weddings, like on Saturday there was a wedding. Last Monday there was a wedding. Also birthday parties and baby showers. You can hire the garden.
Okay. It looks very nice.
Then people can come here to showcase their artworks.
Oh, like that guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Come and showcase your painting, your souvenirs.
paid or you pay for the space?
Yeah, you pay for the space.
Oh, you pay for the space. Oh, they used to offload the berries here.
To float them, and then they take them where Mbagathi River was.
Okay. What time do you close?
At 6.
6, so it's almost.
6, but hiyo ni 6 kwa gate wanafunga 5:30 hapo kwa tickets. Yes. Nature trail to the coffee machine. But it was longer than this because they had to reach Mbagathi River. This was the coffee drying machine. And then up there is a tree hyrax. Tree hyrax are close relatives to the elephant. They have cold feet like the elephant. And they have a number of hyrax a number of trunks inside their mouth. Yeah, and then they are nocturnal. They stay inside here. They live on dead trees or on things that don't work. So that's one of it. And they don't see during the day, only at night. They are nocturnal. They are only active at night.
They can hear us.
Yeah, they can just hear. So this was the coffee drying machine. Karen used this machine to steam dry the beans. The beans were steamed.
At least ukinielezea tuko tunaonekana sisi wote.
Okay, so this is the steam drying machine. It was called a 1917 Gordon Guardiola, and then it was shipped from London. This was not the original one. The original one burnt down when the factory burnt down. So this was bought here when they were filming out of Africa.
The replica of the same.
The replica of the same from London. So it had a vertical steam boiler, not on there. So that vertical steam boiler is where the beans were is where the water came from, the steamed water. Firewood was there, water there. The water boiled and rushed into that perforated chamber as steam to steam dry the beans for 24 hours. So this was the pulping machine. Before that whole process, the beans had to undergo a certain process. The original factory was beside Magadi River. So the beans had to be washed. They were brought to the factory to be separated from the husks. The husks and the bean were separated. Then after being separated, it's now soaked in water for 24 hours to reduce the sugar levels. Then being soaked, it's taken to the perforated chamber for steam drying for another 24 hours. It used to go round, and that engine was the one operating it to go round.
So this was connected to.
It was connected on that just that way.
So it was connected to which one?
To this one.
Springs. This looks like
That's where the pressure exceeded. That's why it went off with. So after being dried from the perforated chamber, it's dried again using sunlight for 2 to 3 days. So it's dried again on land using sunlight for 2 to 3 days, and then it is packed in the bags and taken to the train station in Nairobi. Then the sanctuary has 179 species of birds because of Mbagathi River, this conducive environment and the vegetation.
Okay.
There is a Ruppel's robin chat back there. It has an orange belly. You can see it. That's a Ruppel's robin chat. Ruppel's robin chat. So you can see the white eyebrow. So in the birds' kingdom, males have more bright colors. They are more attractive than females.
The females.
So the most beautiful bird I've seen this year, it's called the Hatlab's turako.
Hatlabs?
Hatlab's turako.
Okay.
So when it flies, inside the wings it is red.
Okay.
And then the outer part it is light dark green in a way.
Okay.
Yeah. the garden of some of the coffee, the Arabica coffee and Robusta coffee.
So you can come here for bird watching.
Yeah. Na a slaty flycatcher pale juu. A white-eyed slaty flycatcher.
Where is it?
Uko hapo kwa hapo kwa Croton, hapo tu kwa the last branch. It's a white-eyed slaty flycatcher. Hiyo mwingine amekuja kwa mtu. But that's still the same.
Oh, that one, I've seen it.
So they usually have a white eye and inside it is black.
You talked of some animals.
Yeah.
Which
so
ones?
in the sanctuary, you will see the Sykes monkeys, the rabbits once in a while,
Okay.
and then the squirrel and the dick.
Oh.
The ringneck dove. And then pale nyuma kuna variable sunbird. Pale with the yellow belly.
Yeah.
So in the evening wanatokea. Alafu kuna Abyssinian thrush hapo pale chini. Bado pia yako na an orange belly. Ukiwa hapo I guess they're here because of the insects, dudu.
Oh.
That's the Abyssinian, the one that has an orange beak. Yeah, the Abyssinian. Alafu kuna the cordon bleu. Red-cheeked cordon bleu, the ones with the blue belly. Watch out for the ants.
okay, talk to a Kenyan who is in Nairobi and wants to come to Karen Blixen. How does he or she access here?
So so if you're a Kenyan, you're around Nairobi town. So if you're able to find the Ngong Road, you'll be able to find to locate the Karen Road. So when you get in with the Karen Road, you'll see the Bugani Road. There is the Karen Road is just here. It's usually direct. For artificial for your ease, you can use the Uber. Karen is just the Karen Blixen Museum is just close by. It's close to the current town. If you are from the current, sorry, if you're from Gong Road, you'll see current town, and then you'll get inside the town, the place using current road. Yeah. So, but for your ease, you can use the Uber for your ease. Yeah.
But, if you want to use matatu, maybe you can get number 24. I saw that number 24, Napoka Sacco, but not all of them that pass through here. But maybe it can pass through here. And another landmark is the KMTC, right?
Yeah. The
Next,
KMTC.
the KMTC that
Yeah.
is the next here. I think that's it. And the charges, I think it's for locals is 200. You pay via e-citizen, and foreigners 1200.
Yeah, foreigners it's 1200.
Foreigners is
Yeah.
1200. So if your local is 200 Kenya shilling. So it's budget friendly. Somewhere you can come spend a day. And I've also been advised you can also, is it renting or it's hiring this
Yeah.
very
You
well
can also come
manicured.
for the picnics,
Yes.
for weddings in the Karen Blixen Gardens,
Yes.
for baby showers. It's a conducive environment for picnics.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's a very nice place, very cool, and the temperatures here are very nice. And it's really quiet. Yeah. There's also an
So
activity you've told me you can do bird watching.
bird watching,
Bird
also
watching.
going to the nature trail, identifying certain birds and the trees that are inside the nature trail. Yeah.
There's also some curious shop you can buy
The
stuff.
curious shop.
And you also told me you can showcase your hat. How does that come to happen?
So that you have to consult with the Karen Blixen Museum.
The management.
Yeah, the management.
Okay.
So you come here every month. There are new arts, new exhibitions are selected. New people come here to exhibit their artworks.
Okay. The other thing, guys, if you come here, you get an awesome guide like her. She will take you through everywhere. She will explain to you. Or if you find a man also, you'll explain to you. They're very experienced. They know the story in their palms. I like that. As in, it's very elaborate and it's very clear to the point. And one thing I've noticed is you can't film in the house, right?
Yeah,
Yes, you
yeah.
can't film in the house. So when you come,
Yeah.
don't film in the house.
Yeah.
Just follow the rules. Just film where you are allowed to film and enjoy yourself. So that has been it. And thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. And if this is the kind of content you like watching, kindly please hit that like button, subscribe, and comment. Bye, guys. Wamalizie waambie bye.
Bye.